So here we are in London today, full Shogun crew, talking about our brand new album, The Way of the Warrior. The idea for The Way of the Warrior LP, I would say, came together, probably me and Keir having a chat. We were trying to work something out because it was approaching sort of 50 releases down the line. We wanted to do something kind of special, you know. I can't actually believe how quickly the 50 releases have gone. We just wanted to get the guys together and do like a compilation album, just let the artists go in and sort of everyone contribute a track, and this was the outcome. Yeah. Something that we're very, very proud of.
It is really diverse, but still there's kind of a thread that pulls it all together. In that respect, I mean, everyone here sort of stepped up and delivered a really sort of quality piece of music, so we're really happy with that.
We've definitely broadened the sound of the label, but I think what we tried to do with the album is really take this one back to the original sound, you know, the pure sort of raw sound that kind of we made our names with in the first place, you know. Everyone did that, you know. If you listen to each track, it's very much, I mean, someone like Alex has got lots of different sides to his sound, but his track sounds very Alex Perez, you know. It's exactly what we wanted it to be, you know, as far as the sound of a project goes, and it, you know, it just really pleased.
Don't try to be too prescriptive with any of the guys as to what sound they should make, or has to sound like this, or has to be in that particular style. We want to let all these guys express their music and express themselves.
That's the point, yeah.
And we want to kind of grow, and the label will grow and move and develop with the artists as they develop and move along their careers as well.
We just want them to make what they're comfortable with and what they're feeling, because ultimately that's how you'll get the best out of an artist, is for them to be enjoying making their music.
One thing, you know, with Shogun is that they've been able to support me with other projects as well, like just like outside of the standard drum and bass role that does well. When I was looking to do an album with someone and they were looking to sign me, I think that was just one of the things we talked about. I wanted to do some other stuff and they were like, well, we want you to do that and we want to support you in that. And now looking back on that, that's gone really well. The thing about the track with Comics is that it's a bit of an old one. Everybody knows, you know. I mean, it's not really a secret how old it is. If I had to go into like everything that happened around that track and how it was going to come out and wasn't going to come out, then they didn't want it to come out, then I didn't, then we both didn't, then we both wanted it. Shogun 50 came up, and then I was like, yeah, 50. You know, it's like sort of a landmark release, and it's sort of like an old thing on it. It made sense.
Comics, D-Bridge, Break, peeps like that, they are like part of this whole Shogun extended family.
The first one that was finished was For You, which was kind of finished at the start of the year. It's quite different from me, and myself, and yet it's quite different as a drum and bass track. I've seen people on the internet describing it as dubstep and breaks and IDM, but it's drum and bass. But it's not that typical 4 bar loop stretched out into sort of a 3-minute tune. It's kind of more of a song structure, and there's a lot of effort put into the arrangement. So yeah, I'm really happy the way it came out, and the way it sounds, and the way it's been received.
It's just nice to see, since, you know, the very start that I've been there, how it's developed and how strong it's become, and see how much following we have from people and how strong the nights are, how connected we are as artists. That's what I wanted initially. If I was going to become, you know, pretty much sign up to a label for many years, I wanted to make sure that security and feel part of it equally with everyone else. Really happy at the position we're at the moment. Exemption was, because we did Montpellier and it was on quite a sort of soulful, deeper sound. I wanted to do something more dance floor, something really stripped back, sort of 98 sound, quite quarantine sound. It's just me writing, basically, just having fun. I mean, that's what I try and do in the studio. And it just came about quite quickly, maybe a day or two, and that's what it became. And yeah, I think Ed was happy with it, and he just put it out. So.
With The Give, we kind of just caught a vibe. We just one evening, we were just in the studio, and I think we'd been listening to loads of that kind of old Creative Source, old good-looking-esque, and we hadn't done anything with a break, like a raw break, for ages. So we just got this break out, made the loop, found a good vocal sample and some bits, and it all came together in an evening, I think.
We were just at the end of a stint of writing all sorts of
weird stuff.
experimental kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And
We'd had a couple of nights out at drum and bass clubs, which is quite rare for us to actually go out and like see some drum and bass. And we kind of just got back to the studio and we're like, actually, I want to write a tune like that now. It is a retrospective tune. It's kind of us doing what we used to do with our new production techniques and newfound knowledge.
The track that me and Kia did for the album, Jupiter, well, that was one of the last ones to get finished, typically. In a way, it was good. It was a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing because it kept us on our toes. We had to come with something good because the quality was so good, but also on the other side, like listening to it, like we've got to come with something proper. Do you know what I mean? So it keeps the quality control high, but also put quite a bit of pressure on us. The stuff that I do on my own probably be a little bit more straight up, sort of uncompromising sort of dance floor. When me and Kia go in the studio together, we'll try and write a bit more rolling, a bit more deeper. You'll rein me in a little bit.
Yeah.
If you'll be like, no, they're not putting that in the tune, basically.
I've known Distance for a while now, and I guess we sort of came together when I started doing dubstep, and my sound within that, and my sound in drum and bass anyway, and his sound in dubstep sort of seemed very compatible in a way. It's like different, but very sort of, sort of bordering on each other in a certain way. We just decided to get in the studio and see what happens, and we had a couple of sessions, and sort of this track came out. It is pretty 50-50 in terms of sound. It sounds like my dubstep, it sounds like his dubstep, sort of crashed in the middle. So from that perspective, I think it's one of the more properly 50-50 collabs I've done.
Rat Race was the result of a day and a night of very intense studio session with Face, because he's based in Hamburg. He came over to my studio. We only had a very limited amount of time to get the tune finished. The sort of time constraints that we had definitely affected the intensity and the overall outcome of the track, and it's a pretty intense tune.
Foreign Concept did bring two guys from Brighton that we know quite well, so they're relatively new guys. I know that Foreign Concept's had a few tracks out with Azra on Critical. Bringer's one of our boys from down in Brighton as well, so we've known him for years. So it's a real sort of pleasure when that track came in.
I've been playing it, and I know the other guys have been playing it in their sets now for a little while, and it's just one of those tunes. It's a wicked track, beautifully crafted, and at the same time we work on the dance floor and all that.
With the dubstep track on there, a new one, I wanted to do like a new drum and bass thing as well. Just a techno influenced thing, it's just still what really gets me in drum and bass right now, sort of the techno kind of sound, sort of different kind of skippy kind of grooves, and just sort of, strip it back and just see where it leads me. So alien groove, because it's a little bit alien and it's got a bit of a weird groove. It's me saying alien groove over the top of it. So that's something to listen and then go like, this guy's a bit special.
The thing about the track Montpellier, there wasn't really a set studio time where we'd rang up Spectral Boys and said, yeah, come on, let's make a tune. We'd had a social rendezvous the night before. David stayed over at our house riding with Alex, and we all just kind of just lazing around, and Alex just turned on his computer and started cutting up some samples, and then started messing with some beats. It came together quickly in probably in about 5 hours, and then didn't really revisit it until Ed said that he was into it and he wanted it for the project.
It's a good collaboration track, and hopefully people like it.
If you didn't know the track list but you knew who was on there, you could instantly recognise whose tunes was on there. And I think that's a sign of like both strong producers and strong tunes. A snapshot of like the core Shogun sound where it stands in sort of October, November 2011.
I think the 50th release is a milestone as a label, and I think it's only just going to continue to grow stronger. And if you look
diversify as well, it's going to diversify a lot. I can see it doing that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a great camp of artists that are on board now. It's grown so quickly in the last 3, 4, 5 years, and I think it's just going to continue.
reasons I don't get a mention.